Good morning, dear children. Today we will start our first chapter, that is transport of food and minerals in plants. My dear children, we must know what is transportation and what is the need of this transportation. So one by one we will study about the transport of the minerals. So let us know how transport of substances takes place in single-celled, or you can say prokaryotic organisms like amoeba, paramecium and other simple algae. These are called as single-celled organisms, and how the transportation takes place, this is taking place just with the help of the process of diffusion through their general body surface. Second, in simple multicellular plants like algae and fungi and other animals like sponges and hydra, as their body is made of more than one cell or multi-celled, the transportation of substances takes place from cell to cell, that is from one cell to another, and again the same way, that is the diffusion. Now the third category of organisms are called as complex plants and animals, or in other words you can call them as multicellular organisms. So in multicellular organisms, their whole body is made of millions and billions of cells, and their body is much complex than the other above organisms. So the transportation of the substances takes place in these multicellular organisms by some complex methods. So let us know why the transportation of the substances takes place. There are two reasons. One reason, because of the conduction of nutrients and oxygen from one cell to another, and second, the transport of harmful excretory substances like carbon dioxide, ammonia and urea from the body, which we will study in the excretory system. Now let us know about the transport system in plants. My dear children, in plants, the transporting tissues, or you can call it as a vascular tissues, are of two types. These are xylem and phloem. Xylem conducts water and dissolved minerals absorbed by the roots to other parts of the plant. As we all know, in plant body, the roots absorb, what is the function of root? Root absorb water and dissolved minerals from soil and transport it to upward part of the plant through xylem. So xylem cells are complex cells, or these cells, if you have studied already about the tissues, these cells are also called as permanent tissues. Why these are called as permanent complex tissues? Because their cells are, the xylem tissues are made up of more than one type of cells. So as you can see here, xylem tissues are made of four types of cells, that is xylem vessels, tracheids, xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma. So let us study one by one about these four types of xylem cells. First of all, we will study xylem vessels. These are thick-walled, non-living and long tubular cells. They are open at both the ends, as you can see in the diagram. These are the xylem vessels. These are tube-like structures. These are, you can also call as a cylindrical structure. They are open at both the ends, and the function of xylem vessels is to conduct or the transport water and dissolved minerals from the soil to upward direction through these channels. Next is xylem tracheids, are also non-living cells. These are elongated cells, but you can see in the diagram, these are the xylem tracheids. Unlike xylem vessels, these tracheids, they are having both the ends, they are pointed ends, they are not open. These are also called as tapering, they are having tapering ends. Along with the xylem vessels, tracheids also conduct water and dissolved minerals. Now let us come to the third part, that is xylem fiber. These xylem fibers are also made up of dead cells, and the function of this xylem fiber, this provide mechanical support to the tissue, that is xylem. Now the fourth type of cell is called as xylem parenchyma, and this is the only living cell found in xylem tissue. And all these three others like vessels, tracheates and xylem fibers, they are made up of dead cells, but xylem parenchyma are made of living cells. The reason is that these xylem parenchyma cells store food, because for the conduction of water and dissolved minerals from downward to upward direction, these two cells need much of the energy. As these are made up of dead cells, so they cannot have energy, they cannot make the food. But the xylem parenchyma, they store food and provide this food in the form of energy time to time to these 2-3 types of dead cells. So these are the 4 types of xylem cells. Next is phloem. The function of phloem, the phloem conducts organic food manufactured by the leaves to all other parts of the plant. As you all know that the leaves are the only part of the plant that can make their food by the process of photosynthesis. So from the leaves, the food has to be transported to different parts of the plant, because each and every part of the plant require food as well as require energy to perform its function. So phloem cells are also made up of 4 types of cells. These are phloem vessels, also called as seed tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. So let us know, here in figure 1.2 you can see all the 4 types of phloem cells are combined together to form one tissue, that is phloem tissue. So first of all we will study about the phloem vessels. These are also called as seed tubes. These are cylindrical structures, they are thin walled and they are made up of living cells arranged end to end. You can see this is one tube, this is another tube, this is another tube, and these different tubes are lying one above another, they are lying end to end. And at each end of a seed tube a plate is present. These plates are provided with many perforations, many pores. These are called as sieve plates. Okay, this is the most important cell of phloem tissue, that is the sieve tube cells. Next is companion cells. As the name indicates, companion, it gives company to the seed tubes, means it helps the sieve tube or phloem vessels to load or unload the food materials from one cell to the another. Now the third is phloem fiber. As xylem fiber, phloem fiber also provide mechanical support to the tissue. Fourth is phloem parenchyma. As xylem parenchyma, phloem parenchyma also provide food for the other cells. So this is about the xylem and phloem. So for this session you will have to learn whatever things I have taught you, and you have prepared your notes already. So please learn. We will meet you in next class. Thank you.